Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing some crafts that need to get off of my craft table. So let's get into today's video. I posted a Dollar Tree haul where I bought these basket labels probably a year ago. Also created the labels in Canva, and I have measured them to make sure that they do fit in here. We will also be taking a paper pack, which is the Sun Bleached Floral from the Paper Studio, and this is from Hobby Lobby. We're going to be using this paper as sort of the background. This is sticker paper, so it'll be easy to just put the sticker on top of the label. So let's go ahead and take these basket labels out of the packaging. Okay, and it does come with some cards in here. They are very dirty, I guess maybe from manufacturing, but they do have extra cards in here. So if you do pick these up from the Dollar Tree, you know that they do have some cards in there. That way that you could just write on there. Or you can do what I'm doing and use sticker paper and a piece of paper to kind of make it a little bit more appealing to the eyes. So I'm just going to take out all of the papers, and I'm actually just going to set aside a piece of paper, that way that we can use this as a template. And then we are going to take the paper and just trace around it 8 times and then cut those out. You could also measure on your Cricut the size and cut the paper out with your Cricut. It would probably be a lot easier and less time consuming, but since I've already started, this is what we are going to do. All right, now we can go ahead and cut out the labels. Okay, so now that I'm done cutting out the labels, let's go ahead and put the trash in the trash can. Now we need to cut these out, and we are going to size them to the cardstock. So I want to cut pretty close to the words, that way that we can still see the pretty background. Okay, let's do the first one and just see how it works out. And with sticker paper, it does have that top layer and that back layer that you just throw away. That looks about right. And then we could take our basket label and put it in there. And look how cute that looks. And that is so simple, and it just hangs over the front of the basket. Let's go ahead and do the rest of these. So we have fabric scraps, and then we are going to do felt and faux leather. I cannot believe that Joann is closing down. I'm actually pretty sad about it, because that is where I get all of my fabric from. And I guess I'm going to have to start ordering online, or even go into Hobby Lobby, which Hobby Lobby is not really bad, but I feel like most of the time Hobby Lobby has the same patterns, and Joann's is more of a variety, I would say. And so I'm really going to miss just going in there and browsing all of the new fabrics. So if you have any recommendations on online fabric stores, let me know, because I'm always in need of fabric. I do a lot of applique, I do embroidery, and I've lately been into sewing, so I am definitely going to need some more fabric for that. Okay, and there is the felt and faux leather. And speaking of faux leather, so I bought a pack from Amazon, and let me tell you, it is so awesome. The faux leather is butter soft, and so I have been making lots of keychains, and I'll have to post a video of that pretty soon, because I go to Aldi a lot, which is like a local grocery store, and you have to have a quarter in order to get a buggy or a cart. What do you guys say? Do you say cart or buggy? I feel like down here in the South we say buggy, and people are always like, that is not what it's called. So let's see. This one is pretty wide, so let's see if we can still see the wording on here. Yep, that looks great. Speaking of needlepoint, I feel like I'm just going to cover all of these basket titles. Needlepoint, I've been enjoying that too. I am definitely not a pro. And I feel like I can get some of the tension on my stitches a little bit better. But to do hand needlepoint or hand embroidery, whichever you want to call it, it's definitely a technique. And I highly recommend it if you're just looking for something to do while you're watching a show, or just sitting on the couch, or, you know, laying in bed watching a show. Needlepoint has been my go-to craft for that, especially in the afternoons, because I have 2 boys and they are wild right now. They are just at that age where their energy is never ending and I love them so much, but goodness. Okay, so now we have embroidery. And let's go ahead and do the tape, glue, and scissors. Oop, I did not cut this one very straight. Let's try to get that one a little bit better. Okay, and then let's peel off the back. And these little labels, they came in packs of 3. I will only need 8 of these, so we have 1 left over. And stamp and card accessories. I just posted a video asking for people who have a YouTube channel that want to collab, and I've gotten a couple responses so far, and so I'm very excited to collaborate with a couple of those creators here on YouTube. So if you are still interested, there is still the opportunity, and I will leave my email down in the description box below. That way that you can reach out to me if you would like to collab on a card making video, or if you have any ideas. That would be really awesome, because I'm looking to grow my channel, and not only grow my channel, but enjoy and collaborate with other people that have a like-minded interest. And so if you are looking to grow your channel, or if you have a really big channel and you are just wanting, you know, that experience to collaborate with someone, I think that this would be just one of those opportunities where we can brainstorm and, you know, piggyback off of each other. Or even better, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel and just haven't yet, reach out to me. Let's collaborate. I think it would be really, really fun. Okay, so for this label, let's see, peel it like that. We have our cardstock here. We have the Jewels and Beads basket. Oh my goodness, that is like one of my favorite baskets to just open up, look in it, and get inspired about making jewelry. I think it's just so much fun. That way that you have something that's very unique, kind of like a one-on-one jewelry piece. And so that's always fun. Okay, and I just cut this one a little bit too short. Oh well. Let's cut it right there. Okay, and then we have our finished projects basket. This basket is where I sell all of my things on Etsy. I currently have everything as sold out on my Etsy, just because I'm working on revamping it. I did revamp it a few months ago, but it just wasn't, you know, taking off like it should. And it could be that, you know, the whole Etsy market is definitely saturated, and so it's a little bit discouraging, but I am working on getting that all set back up again. That way that I can list all of my projects for sale on Etsy. Okay, so we have all of these finished. I cannot wait to put these on the little baskets on the 8-cube organizer. And you guys will be seeing that in the upcoming craft room tour video. Let's go ahead and move on to the next project. For this next project, we will be using these zip pouches. They did come from Target and they came in a 2-pack. And I believe that they were $3 for 2 of these. And they are really, really big. These are 14 inches by 10 inches. So they are perfect size for my needlepoint projects or just random projects that I need to stick in a little organizer. So let's put some vinyl on the front of this. And this is NDLPT. I know you can't really see it, so let's go ahead and weed it out. And that is just the short sort of abbreviation for needlepoint. And I know that I mentioned this before, but needlepoint has been so much fun. Again, it's just one of those crafts where it doesn't really take a lot of effort. You know, you could do it whenever you are relaxing in the afternoon. And also, all of the supplies that I will be using will be linked down in the description box below. And I do earn a small commission on each sale. And I do not really recommend products that I do not like. So you will not see anything that I have not tried before linked on my Amazon. Okay, so we have this. Let's go ahead and cut the tag off of here. And we can separate these. One is a light pink and one is more of that aqua bluish greenish kind of color. And now we are going to take some clear magic cover. You can find this at the Dollar Tree and it's just transfer tape. So let's just cut out a little bit of this. And we are going to separate the 2 pieces. One is a backing and one is sticky. And the backing you can just throw away. And then what I like to do is fold it like a taco and just roll it down. Then I'll take my scraper tool and just press it down. Make sure that it's on there really good. And you could do the back as well. And then you could peel the backing up. Now I would say that this magic cover from the Dollar Tree is more of a low tack, so it's perfect for if you're adding, let's say like vinyl to a piece of cardstock. It will not rip the paper. About right there, press it down, and let's use our scraper tool again. We want to make sure that it is on there really good. And then we can roll the transfer tape down. So far, so good. Oops, we have this little area right here. Let's take our scraper tool and just make sure we get that area again. Perfect. Okay, and look how stinking cute this one turned out. I love the size of this bag. It is going to be perfect for my needlepoint projects, and it does feel like great quality. So let's go ahead and set this one to the side and move on to the other one. So here's vinyl that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and it is by the 405 Basics, and it's in permanent. And I wanted to show you all the paper before I cut it because it's such a pretty pattern, and I thought that it would be perfect for this little zipper bag. And then we can go ahead and weed out the extra. I don't think that I have ever used the Hobby Lobby brand of vinyl before, and so we will be using a few of those rolls today. and I'm very excited because I've heard great things about it. And then we are going to weed out the middle. And I just did my initials. I think I'm going to try and use the 2 pieces that I cut up. We're gonna have to work with it, but we are all about reusing. And if the transfer tape is still sticky, we will be using it. So I think that that is going to be good enough. Let's try to peel it up and see how it does. Again, this is really, really low tack transfer paper, so we're going to have to work with this one again. Okay, so let's try to get it as center as possible, of course. Uh-oh, okay. I think that... Okay, I think that is about as center as we can possibly get. Let's use our scraper tool. We need to be easy down here, that way that we don't rip our vinyl. Alright, and then let's peel this up. We have a little spot right here. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness, look how cute that turned out. I love the way that this one turned out. I like the whole pattern. I never go after pattern vinyl just because I have no idea what to do with it, but this turned out so stinking pretty. Okay, for this next project we have a charger plate, and it came from Hobby Lobby, and it was $3.49 but 40% off. And we are going to be adding a little Easter bunny, and we are going to be putting Happy Easter on it. So let's go ahead and weed out our vinyl first. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but I did get my weeding tool from the Dollar Tree. That is kind of where I get some of my supplies from, just because it's a lot cheaper and they work just as good as the name brand. And so can't really complain about that. Now this right here is also the 405 brand from Hobby Lobby, and it is actually pretty thick. It's a lot thicker than the other vinyl that we just used. Okay, so we have our glitter bunny here, and then we have a little tail for him. Put it right there. And then we need to weed out Happy Easter, and this is also the 405 Hobby Lobby brand. Okay, now that we have those 3 things completed, let's go ahead and put our charger plate down. And then I think I'm going to do the bunny here with the tail, and then to the left I want to do Happy Easter, and then we will be adding a little ribbon to the top. So let's put down the bunny first, using that same piece of transfer tape. Hopefully it'll last. Use our scraper tool. Okay, and I think I want him about right there. Okay, that turned out so much better than I could have imagined. So much better. Now let's go ahead and put on the little tail, and since it's so small, we can just peel this up and put it down. Then we could take our transfer tape again and use our scraper tool to make sure it's on there really good. Alright, and now let's put Happy Easter about right there, and of course it's going to, actually, we could put it right there. And then let's use our scraper tool and then peel up the transfer tape. All right, and here it is so far. Let's go get the ribbon. I got this from Joann. This is wired ribbon and it has little bunnies on it, so I thought that it would be absolutely perfect for today. I learned how to tie bows on TikTok. So if you do not have TikTok, I highly recommend it. It has saved me a lot of time on how to figure things out. So this is the easiest way for me to tie a bow with ribbon. All right, we have our little bow here. Now I'm going to put it, looks really small for the top. Let's see if we can get it a little bit bigger. And we could twist that way, and then we can cut off the end. And I like to just cut a little V. That way that adds a little bit more character. And then I'm going to take some foam adhesive dots that I got from Hobby Lobby, and we will just be sticking it to the back. So flip it over, put one right there, one right there, pull off the backing, and then we just attach it to the top, and it doesn't move around. And you can kind of move the little tassels around like that. And that is how our Easter charger plate turned out. I have a little stand for it so it sits up, but I think that this one turned out so stinking cute. Okay, so for our last and final craft, we will be making some business fridge magnets. I ordered the magnet paper from Amazon. It will be linked down in the description box below. What we will do is we will create something in Canva, print it out directly onto the magnetic sheets, and then we will cut them out. So it's really, really simple. I'm gonna go ahead and design it in Canva, and then I'll show you how to load the paper, print it out, and then we will go from there. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. We can go ahead and take it out of the packaging. And here are the printable magnetic sheets. I think that this is a 10 pack. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I ordered the 5 pack. So we will go ahead and load this up in our printer. So let's go on over there. Okay, so here's my printer. It's just a regular Canon printer. And here is the magnetic sheet. We want to do the white side up. So just load it in. And then let's go click print over there on the computer. So here it is on my computer. I have it completely pulled up. Now I'm just going to go to print, and we're going to print it like normal. Click print. And it's loading it down into the printer. And let's see how it turns out. Alright, and here it is. So now you can just go ahead and cut these individually out. So you can always utilize the Cricut print then cut. However, I just printed it directly onto the magnetic sheets. We are going to take a pair of scissors and just cut these out into little squares. I thought about doing the size of like a business card, but I thought that that might be a little bit too small. And so I figured we would just do little squares. And if you have a paper trimmer, this would work a lot easier. I do have one, but just for the sake, we are just going to use a pair of scissors. Okay, so here it is. We will definitely be using the paper trimmer going forward, or at least Cricut print then cut. That way that we have clean and even edges on here. Okay, so now that we have these cut out, let's go and put this on the boys' magnetic board. They have a little area where they like to color and draw with chalk and dry erase markers, and it also has a magnetic side. So let's go over there and see if it works. So this right here is a space for my boys to color and use a dry erase board. On the other side, it's a chalkboard, but it is magnetic, so let's try out our fridge magnet. Okay, so we have our fridge magnet here. Let's see if it sticks. And it does. I think that this will be great if I were to do the alphabet or even some shapes. That way that the boys can still continue learning, and maybe even some numbers. They can do math equations on the board. So that is definitely a project that I will be working on this week. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I had so much fun making these basket labels, and I cannot wait to put them on the baskets. I cannot wait to display this in our dining room area. It's going to be so, so pretty. I'm loving the pastel look, and I hope that I've inspired you to create something for your space. I think my mom is really going to love these, that way that she can advertise, and that way that the clients can put these on their refrigerator, or to save them or give them to a friend. That way that they can always think of her when placing future orders for cookies. I'm so excited to put my needlepoint projects in here. I think that this is going to keep me really organized, and the bags are so much bigger. That way that the full-size project can actually fit in here. Again, thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!